The history of long hair for men in modern society. The long history dates back to the caveman era, and it is different in any place, so rather than explain the situation of all the specific places and cultures, this short film only focus on the 20th century and mostly United States, which has been the main cultural force in the world for the last 100 years. Long hair was present in several cultures throughout history. In the Western world it was common with men until First World War, when short hair was introduced for soldiers. Slaves and defeated armies were often required to shave their heads. In the years 1914 to 1918 the trench warfare exposed men to flea and lice infestations, which prompted the order to cut short hair, establishing a military tradition. And it expanded among civils by imitation. And it was the norm for several decades until
radiant, cool, crazy nightmare, Zen, New Jersey, nowhere.
Take that, Maynard G. Crab!
the beatniks appeared. It was around mid-50s. The time of the American dream. Prosperity was seen to be the path to the white majority, but a group of rebels developed a reputation of new bohemian hedonists, who celebrated nonconformity and spontaneous creativity, along with long hair. They were not the mainstream idols, but their influence reached stars like First Elvis Presley in 1956 with his own style of pompadour. Little Richard in 1957 was leading the growth of hair. A year later in 1958, Jerry Lee Lewis shocked the world, and a part of the success was his hairdo. Rock and roll was declared dead in 1959. And long hair had to wait. And long hair had to wait for the British invasion for a revival. In 1960 beatnik influence was present in England, a small beatnik community in Newquay, Cornwall, that included a young Whiz Jones, had attracted the attention of their neighbors for growing their hair to a length past the shoulders, resulting in a television interview with Alan Wicker on BBC Television's Tonight series. The beatniks along with this interview would inspire some teenagers from Liverpool. These teenagers formed the Beatles, and in 1963 showed to the world the mop-top hair. The Beatles let their hair grow as the counterculture grew with them. By 1966 shoulder-length hair was finally the trend among the youth. James Taylor and Jim Morrison, both rock stars, icons of the rebellious era, were wearing it with pride. From then it has been present in culture. Not always with the same popularity, but still today a sign of a rebellious free spirit.
The Ed Sullivan Show.
There is a special consideration for Tiny Tim, who had shoulder-length hair as early as 1954, but he would not become a star until the late 60s.